What do you class as success, and how can you achieve it? What are the methods that you can employ to take you to the next level in whatever you decide to do? Well, in essence, you need to learn. But how can you do that in the best possible and most successful way? Well, Elon Musk is arguably one of the most successful individuals alive today, and in a Reddit Q&A, he divulged his strategies for optimizing the whole learning process. You see, all learning is not created equal, and if you stick around, I will reveal to you the strategies he has employed to great success as he has progressed from designing computer games to software through to revolutionising the way we send and receive money and bringing him to where he is today, a leader in electric vehicle innovation, AI and space exploration with Tesla and SpaceX. Never mind Neuralink and the Boring Company, making him the richest person and one of the most recognisable faces currently alive. It all boils down to two rules, and using them, you too can learn more quickly and successfully than you ever thought possible. Rule 1 is make sure you're building a tree of knowledge. And rule 2, you can't remember what you can't connect. So let's look at these in more detail. Rule number 1, make sure you are building a tree of knowledge. It is important to view knowledge as a great tree. You need to understand the fundamental principles before you get into the leaves or details, or there is nothing for them to hang on to. Just like a great tree has a large trunk and big branches, as not all things are of equal importance. There is a big difference between material that ends up hanging from a branch and the material that makes up the base of the trunk of your tree. You can think of this as the periphery versus the central. And Elon Musk is a master of understanding what is at the core of each of the sectors his entrepreneurial ventures sit in. Starting from fundamental principles, as he is often known to say. He starts there, ensuring that he has the best possible understanding of the essential core material before moving off into the minutiae of the branches and the leaves. Unfortunately, most people do the complete opposite. They load up on peripheral facts whilst never really having a good understanding of how or why they connect back to the main core, or the trunk. This outward facing in method leaves many of our brains overcrowded with random and ultimately unimportant knowledge. And this is not learning, this is cramming. Like a student revising the night before a final exam because, well, they left it all to the last minute. This results in a tree which has a toothpick trunk, overloaded with teeming branches on the verge of snapping off as more and more ideas are constantly added at random. To learn anything faster, you need to start with the materials that make up the trunk. This may seem a bit slower at the beginning, but it will give you the strength to support much more additional learning and skill as you grow. Rule number 2. This brings us to using the power of connections to supercharge your learning because, well, you can't remember what you can't connect. The brilliance of Elon Musk's learning strategy is not necessarily in his ability to understand core central concepts. Many great minds over the years have had a great understanding of the core areas and principles in their chosen fields. Musk's brilliance is found in this second rule of learning, and this empowers his ability to build vast and towering trees of knowledge across multiple sectors, allowing him to span multiple areas and changing entire industries and sectors with apparent ease. He started with solid roots and dense trunks, and then as he begins to grow his knowledge upward, He connects branches and leaves together with other branches and leaves from other trees. You see, he never learns a piece of information at random. Everything he intakes, he connects back to some deeper, more solid base. Most people do not cultivate knowledge, they just collect information. They spend their life picking up a bit here and a bit there until they can carry no more. This is analogous to collecting sticks rather than growing trees. Once most people have a good bunch of sticks, they pile them up and, well, they burn them, thinking a big fire is a big success. But fires just burn out, leaving nothing but ash behind. Elon Musk plants trees in rich soil that grow to be thick and abundant centres of learning. And you can do the same. You just need to embrace these two rules. Build the trunk first and then work tirelessly on making connections. This uses the power of exponential growth. Like any new system, it might take a bit more work to get the hang of, and you may actually feel like you are progressing more slowly than with your old method. But in reality, what you are actually doing is building a solid foundation for future exponential growth. As Henry Ford once said, if you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always got. And if you want to learn anything faster, try the Elon Musk approach, and who knows what you may achieve. So, are you going to change the way you learn to optimize your growth for future success? Leave your comments and thoughts below. And if you like this, why not hit the like button? And if you want to know more and support this channel, well, subscribe, share, and keep coming back. And as always, thank you for dropping by.